I'm Timothy Vigil, and this is Just Another Word, the Word of the Day podcast for storytellers. Episode 38, Venerable. Accorded a great deal of respect, especially because of age, wisdom, or character. We looked at the hegemon at the top of the pyramid. But today, let's look at the person who has sat on that pyramid so long they've become part of the architecture. We're looking at the living legend, that retired general or ancient master whose name carries more weight than their sword ever did. Today, we look at the Venerable. The Venerable archetype is a pillar. They are this sense of history and stability in the world. The hegemon rules through influence and power, but the venerable character gains respect through history and reverence. They have a space in the world that has been carved for them based on their past deeds. They are well known, and they are accomplished. They are the person who enters the room and causes everyone to stand or stare, not out of fear, but out of a deep collective acknowledgement of what they have endured. But the real meat of the archetype, the real meat of the venerable character, is the friction between the legend and the human. Conflict for a venerable character often arises when they are called back to action in a world they no longer recognize. Their baseline is a version of reality that has passed away. They are a monument trying to move in a world of dust. Things have shifted. I think of The Wheel of Time when the character Gareth Bryn, after retiring, has to come back and be a general again. Everything is different. Everything feels off. He eventually makes it work, but he needs time to become the man he was before and to not just be the legend. A venerable character like Gareth Bryn is often trapped by their own reputation. They are expected to have all the answers, to be above emotional reactions, and to remain as unyielding as stone. Exploring the moments when these characters fail to meet that standard is one of the most poignant pivots you can write in a story. A character who is supposed to be the all-powerful protector of a land who suddenly isn't, who can no longer defeat the thing that is there to stop them, can be difficult. I even think of Superman in a situation like this, though he is not necessarily old in the moments when things like this happen. He has become venerable because he is so good and so powerful. When he is finally confronted by beings who are stronger and more powerful than he is, these moments are the ones where Superman can feel really human. The last way that this friction can come for this archetype is through the idea of the obsolete guardian. The most interesting venerable character might be the one whose wisdom is no longer applicable. They offer a solution, but the problem has evolved beyond what they knew. It forces the protagonist to choose between respecting an elder and surviving the moment. They might still be venerable, but the world that they were powerful in, the world that they knew deeply, has completely gone. If they don't move forward, can they be the same usefulness? The venerable character gives us a sense that every story is part of a larger tradition. Every story is part of a longer living world. They are history of your world made into flesh. Look for the character who represents the old guard in your story. Their legacy might be both a gift and a burden. Allow them the respect that they deserve, but remember they're not perfect. Because a monument will eventually crack. Because if it doesn't, it's just a piece of the scenery. But we need to show that time is passing. This all-powerful character might be failing. This perfectly wise character might not know everything. And it is in those moments when they fail to meet the expectations that the world has had for them that the legend stops being just a monument and starts being the human being who was always underneath. I'm Timothy Vigil, and this has been Just Another Word. Happy writing.